Hello YouTube, I'm Josh.
Hey, I'm Chris.
We have a unboxing video for you today. Chris brought the...
We have the LeEco Le S3. This will be one out of the two first LeEco smartphones released here in the US, and we'll be unboxing this here for you all today.
Looks very interesting. Let's get to it.
Alright everyone, so we have the box of the LeEco Le S3 here. This is going to be the gray model. It only comes in 32 gigs. There's also a gold and a quote-unquote coming soon rose gold on their website. This was part of their LeEco flash sale. You can purchase this straight from lemall.com. This is sold in the US, so that's good. So 150 bucks on their flash sale. Normally it is 250. Okay, so we'll get right into it.
So real quick, general specs is a 5.5 inch 1080p screen with a 16 megapixel rear camera, 3 gigs of RAM, a Snapdragon 652 CPU, 3000 milliamp battery. It is GSM only, so no Sprint, no Verizon. It is a dual nano SIM slot. And it has Gorilla Glass 3, and let's see what else. There's no SD card slot, so you're stuck with the built-in storage.
So we have here some of the accessories that come along with the phone. You already saw the charger. So this does support Qualcomm Quick Charging 3.0, so that's fantastic. This does utilize a USB-C port. So it comes with USB-C to USB-A. We have some headphones that come with this. We'll get into that just a little bit as to why. We also have an adapter that kind of ties into the whole headphone thing there. We have your quick guides, SIM ejector tool, and it actually comes with a nice TPU case. That's a nice surprise. It's good to know. Protect your phone from day one. Set all that aside. So, we have the phone here again. This is the gray variant. So on the back we have this mirror finish fingerprint scanner. Go ahead and tear this off. This feels to be a all-metal phone. On the side we have the SIM tray. Top we have an IR blaster. That's fantastic to be able to control TVs, any other possible utilities, so that's good to have. On this side we have your power button, volume rocker. Bottom you have your speaker grill and a USB-C port. So on the front you have a ambient light sensor. Josh, is this an 8 megapixel front camera?
Yes, 8 megapixel front and 16 rear.
16 on the rear here. Dual LED flash. So this is a very, what I would say, a generic phone as far as build and looks. Resembles very closely to the OnePlus 3 antenna lines here. You have your mic, and then there's going to be another mic and one of these two speaker grills. Okay. Your earpiece, there's going to be a LED notification light up here somewhere, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so one thing you did notice, or you may have noticed, actually, there's no headphone jack. So I think it is actually LETV, formerly known, now LeEco. I think they were probably the first ones that had removed the headphone jack, not Apple, or it may have been Motorola. I can't recall the timing on those. So as I was saying, we have included in the box USB-C, CDL, and A headphones, which you'll be able to use and plug into the USB-C port. Again, also mentioned, there's the ear adapter for 3.5mm headphones. Alright. So this is a 5.5 inch 1080p. It's a IPS display, I believe it is. And we have your fingerprint sensor. So if I go to unlock, fingerprint. Okay, it's not the fastest. Definitely is going to secure your phone, and it's going to add the convenience level. It's also better than having no security on your phone. So we hear your home screen. There is no app drawer. This is pretty typical of Chinese smartphones, this being one as well. Where normally a app drawer button is, you have a live button, which brings you to a hub of entertainment, essentially. Let's turn that down a little bit here real quick. There's actually an update for that live app or feature, so that's kind of cool. Close after updating. Please re-enter. Okay, looks like we need to re-enter. All right, so we have your capacitive buttons down here that don't show only until when you touch them, then they glow. I'm pretty sure, which we'll dive into later in our full review, some of the settings, probably being able to keep those turned on at all times, back, home, and recents key. So if you press our recents key, we can actually access all of your media controls, quick toggles, and your recents tray. Very non-typical Android that you're used to seeing, so that's going to be some use to there. So we're going to go ahead and just clear out that live, see what this is all about. This is a live button. Alright, so if you swipe over to the left, normally that's kind of where like a Google Now home screen would be, or the shelf for OnePlus. This is kind of like a media, looks like, of popular videos that could be on YouTube or LeEco's ecosystem. It looks like, yeah, YouTube videos and things like that. That's interesting. You have your Google Play services that are pre-installed. From the looks of it, there's really no bloat. Standard tools. I'm kind of partial to having tools pre-installed, just because that's you can always install what you need later on through the Play Store, which comes on here as well. That's fantastic. And Josh, do you want to take a look at it?
Sure. So overall, it's actually a fairly light phone. I like the all. I'm guessing this is aluminum body. Definitely not one piece per se. Probably you can definitely feel the seams at the top and bottoms. Overall, it looks fairly close to stock Android as far as look and feel goes. I'm not a big fan of these swipe over to these permanent little applications that are on the kind of the home screen. I turn them off, especially on the like I have a S7, I had S5. Before that, I had their live news section for Samsung. I always turn that off. Disappointed that they don't have any type of toggles for the swipe down from the top. That's how I always turn off Wi-Fi, Bluetooth locations fairly quickly. Looks like it's just for notifications only. And I also miss being able to get into the settings from up there as well. That's usually how I get to it. Yeah. Seeing it's an fully unlocked phone for GSM, it's nice that there's not all the bloatware of all the extra branded apps from the carriers. I do miss having the app drawer. I'm pretty minimalist as far as having icons on my home screen. I usually only have one and have everything else inside of folders, and just have the bare minimum of what I use on a day-to-day basis out on the front screen. Like everything else tucked away inside the app drawer when I'm not using it or don't need it. So I wish that was a feature. Seeing as I don't have any other LeEco products, I don't really think I would use their little live feature very much. I think that would probably, it's going to go wasted for the most part. Let's open up the camera real quick. Again, this is 16 megapixel rear with the 8 megapixel front facing dual flash, correct?
Yeah, dual LED.
So it looks like it has kind of the basic features, you know, flip camera, flash on and off, settings. So normal timer setting, ISO, white balance, location tagging, and then it does look like if you press and hold, you can swipe out and point for the brightness, white balance, but I don't see an autofocus way to lock the autofocus of where you want to have in the picture. That's a little disappointing. When I first came in here, there's a little, it says swipe up for more scenes. So these are kind of your different modes: HDR, night, square, beauty, and then there's more scenes. So landscape, beach, portrait, sports, snow. Has a slow motion setting, panoramic setting, and then obviously video. I believe this does up to 4K video. So hopefully we'll get to test the quality of the camera later on in another video. Just want to do a quick rundown. Overall, it seems to be a pretty good phone for the price point. Until we get to use it some more, hold off recommending it or not, obviously, but it looks to like fairly good build quality for the price. I think, seeing as Chris got it on the sale for $150, I think that would be an excellent price for the regular price for it, but I'm not sure if $250 is really much of a deal at that point. I think there's several other phones in that price point that give this a run for its money feature-wise.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one. Please like and subscribe. Take care.